Welcome to Extra. I'm Joanne Hines.
And I'm Georgia Lash. In the spirit of the holiday season, we're wrapping up 2025 with the wonderful gift of two stories that will warm your heart.
When Santa checks his list, at the top, he'll find so many of our Sun City groups that make this a wonderland in which to live. For sure, our Sun City Veterans Association makes the nice list.
Our veterans always give us the gift of patriotism, as demonstrated in the recent Veterans Day ceremony. SCTV was there in case you missed it or you want seconds.
Georgia, let's start with the opportunity you had to have a one-on-one with the keynote speaker. Take it away.
Let's back up just a little. Epic productions like the Veterans Day ceremony take a lot of time and volunteers. This year, throw in a government shutdown and lose your keynote speaker. While our Sun City veterans were not deterred, one of their own graciously stepped in to take on that role. What a privilege to learn more about Melanie Frank, our 2025 keynote speaker. Melanie, we're going to start by congratulating and thanking you for 24 years of service in the United States Navy as a nurse.
Thank you.
Now, if I recall, at that time when you've joined, there were about 7% of our military were women. So it was a bold career move for you. So as you look back, how do you feel your time in the military has shaped you for your future?
Oh my, Georgia, it's given me my identity. It has given me the ability to show up, stand up, and lead. And with the pride and loyalty, I have been changed forever in a good way. And I loved all of my years and all of the friends that I've met along the way and everything that I've been able to do for my country.
Now, reading your biography, you were in the Persian Gulf, you were in Dubai, you were very active in your position as a leader in the Corps. Now, let me ask you this. Are there some proud moments that highlight for you?
Yes. Well, one of my biggest moments was the coming home on the USNS Comfort, manning the rails. Seeing the dock with the Navy band playing, looking for my family, which I couldn't find right away, but that was just a magical moment. And the ability to change some of the things in the Navy, putting nurses in the clinic setting. Originally, they'd only been in the inpatient facilities, and just creating new ways and joyful times, and of course, being with my husband, who also is active duty.
That's great. But we also have to thank you and congratulate you again, because you still should be proud of a moment. You're the 2025 president of the Palmetto chapter of the Nurse Corps. And I think that's something that shows that you just don't stop serving.
You're right. I absolutely don't. And my husband says, when are we going to really retire?
Now, you've stepped in as the keynote speaker today, and I'm sure you're going to be giving us a lot of inspiration. But I thought as we had a chance to talk, what do you really hope for our country and for our wonderful veterans community as we proceed from the meaning of this Veterans Day?
First of all, I think that for our country, we must stay strong with our military. Absolutely first and foremost. We also must never forget those that have sacrificed their lives and those that have returned. And I think thanking a veteran is wonderful, and people are doing that now, but also say welcome home, because that is really purposeful. And I think that the continued Veterans Day, and we also have the Women's Veterans Day in June, is just something that we must never forget. Always remember. And really, I think if you get a group of veterans together and you give them a task, my gosh, you're going to have it done in no time flat.
I've learned that reporting for many of their stories. They've made me a better person, as you will. What do you hope we all walk out the door with today? What's that message we should carry? That it's not just a Veterans Day sale. It's not just an opportunity for a reduction in price on something. That this is a true day. What do you want us to remember?
A deep, deep sense of pride. Oh, so much pride. And patriotism. Those are the leading words that we need to walk out, and not just for today, but I think we need to carry it every day. This highlights the veterans, but we need to remember veterans every day, especially those that are homeless, those that live alone, and we need to continue to care for each other.
Well, thank you. Thank you for stepping in today. You have just been a delight to research and find out about what a tremendous leader you've been. What a role model for future women in the military.
Thank you so much. A pleasure. Thank you.
What an interesting woman. We'll hear more about her later. Let's watch the ceremony unfold with all its solemnity and grandeur. Enjoy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Carl Trovato. As a member of the Board of Directors, Sun City Veterans Association, it is my honor to welcome you to the 2025 Veterans Day celebration. And now, please welcome our very own Sun City singers, under the direction of Mrs. Nancy Laws and accompanied on the piano by Mrs. Karen Johnson, where they will perform America the Beautiful. Thank you all for supporting our program today. Thank you so much.
Adding to the inspiration of those musical moments was Melanie Frank's keynote address.
Please help me welcome Melanie Franks, Captain, U.S. Navy, retired.
I am truly honored to be here, and I am truly dedicated to our veterans and this purpose of being celebrated for today's Veterans Day. Good morning to all distinguished guests, veterans, friends, and family. Today, November 11th, 2025, is the 106th anniversary of ending of the World War I, the war to end all wars. For many years, as we've already heard, this was celebrated as the day called Armistice, a day in memory of those Americans who bravely fought in that war. But now in 1954, after World War II, at the urging of President Eisenhower, the word armistice was replaced with veterans to honor all who served in all wars. We are here today celebrating this historic day with other nations and carrying on this tradition of honoring our veterans in the United States. Thank you, veterans and non-veterans, for joining us this morning to celebrate. This day is also one of the days in which patriotism is on full display. Patriotism and the love of our country is evident as we honor those who have defended and served our country. The late Senator John McCain, who was a POW for over 5 years, once said, "I fell in love with my country when I was a prisoner in someone else's country, and I loved our country for its decency, for its faith in wisdom, justice, and goodness of people. I loved it because it was not just a place, but an idea, a cause worth fighting for." Perhaps that is why those of us who have served had that calling to put on that uniform. Down deep into our souls, we know our country is not just a place, but an idea and reality, certainly a cause worth fighting for. Another former POW, U.S. Air Force Colonel Quincy Collins, was once asked, "What is the role or mission of veterans?" And his response, "Veterans are responsible for promoting and maintaining patriotism." And he reasoned it, if we don't do it, who will? And that is another reason that we are here today. It is our patriotic duty. If we look to our POWs, we can find much wisdom. In their hardship, they truly internalized what it meant to be an American. This year, the Sun City Veterans has featured women in the military for its program book as a theme for both the Memorial Day and the Veterans Day celebration. And the speakers have both been women. The role of women in the military has been growing steadily over the years. It's truly great to see that recognition that they are finally receiving. History shows women have served in wars as far back as 1812, when a teenager, Deborah Sampson, disguised herself as a man so she could fight. Women may not have officially served in the military in the early times, but there were a presence in all wars since those early days. And many times they were near the front and close to hostile action, tending to the wounded and moving supplies forward for the fighting. World War II was a transition point when women were called upon to join and support the military. The previously all-male bastion was slow to recognize the capability of women. Only recently, we've heard about the U.S. Army's 6888 Battalion. They were of minority women in World War II. They were sent to England to solve a very, very difficult problem, and that was getting the mail moving. The undisturbed mail sat in warehouses for months, and it was estimated that it would take over 6 months for that mail to be dispersed. Not only did they complete it in a larger time, they were also minority women. These women surprised everybody by completing it in less than that 6 months. Go for them. On the home front, the industry was much more responsive to women's capabilities. We all know Rosie the Riveter admirably replaced the men on the production line so they could go be freed up for those front lines. Women have increasingly taken on more demanding jobs in the military, so that as of 2023, women are comprised of 17.7% of all military active duty, a figure that has risen steadily over the decades. This can cause unique difficulties in navigating the systems and areas originally designed for men, as well as unique healthcare needs facing cultural biases or harassment and the transition to civilian life as caregivers. Today, we recognize and salute you women I would like for all the women in the audience who have worn the uniform to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. There is little difference in how military service impacts both men and women. Sadly, in 2024, over 3,000 veteran women are homeless, 3.5% unemployed, and 13% suffer from PTSD. Society is no longer shocked to see a woman veteran with an artificial limb or other evidence of wounds from the battles. It has just taken a long time to realize that women are a vital element to our armed forces. It is important that we never forget their contributions. Women's Veterans Day is celebrated annually on June 12th each year, and it is a privilege to also celebrate today, this Veterans Day, with you. I do take pride in fulfillment in my journey as a Navy veteran, emphasizing the importance of resilience and the impact of the service on my identity. There is no other path I would have taken, and I'm so delighted to stand before you as a Navy veteran. Thank you.
Now a chance to recognize those who served. Cue the clapping.
In keeping with our long-standing tradition, the Sun City Singers will now perform for us the Armed Forces Service Medley. Be sure to stand and sing out when you hear your song.
And the best gift of all from the ceremony, our neighbors uniting in song.
Now, forgive another holiday reference, but that ceremony would make even the Grinch's heart grow 3 times its size.
And now it's time for our special segment, Extra Special. Georgia?
Our next story embodies the spirit of giving that this season inspires. Take a look at how our beloved Staying Connected is helping us once again.
I'm here with Dixie Reed, and as you can maybe figure out, we're not in Sun City anymore. And that will be part of our story. So let's begin with the idea of how many of our neighbors, Dixie, in Sun City have been blessed with being able to get medical equipment right from within our neighborhood because of neighbors like you. Tell us about what you've been doing.
Well, I'm happy to share the numbers because it is a program that's in serious demand. About 6 years ago, I know that Sarah Alexander, who distributed medical equipment through her home, left, and then there was a 2-year gap where we didn't have that service available. So I stepped up, and in the 4 years that I did it from my home, I averaged about 700 people a year who got a variety of medical equipment. And in the 4.5 years I did do it from my home, over 3,000 people benefited from the service. And they're not just people who have illnesses and surgery. It's an active adult community. And there were pickleball accidents, and there were tennis accidents, and all of those people can benefit from the service. I'm really glad to be involved in it.
Now, I was going to ask you how widely used, but you've already explained that to us. This was something we all needed. Now, again, we are going to continue to have a system like this for medical equipment to be lent, but in a little different way that we're doing this, and thus the reason we're here at Citadel Storage. Tell us about what prompted the change.
Well, it really was growth and demand. As most people in the community know, I had been distributing items from my garage, and the more items I was able to get to benefit people, the more residents we had needing equipment. It just grew beyond what was fair to the community. I probably couldn't get things to individuals as quickly as they needed them. So after some discussion and some planning, I was blessed to have a partnership with Staying Connected. And it has been an absolute blessing, not just to me, but to the community as well.
Well, Dixie, before we let you go, if there were a Hall of Fame for neighbors who go above and beyond, you're part of that.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tom, Sun City TV has had so many opportunities to highlight Staying Connected's beautiful benefits that you give our community. And here I am again.
Thank you.
To thank you because you've taken on the mantle of the lending medical equipment. Now, you've got a lot that your neighbors and your volunteers already do. What prompted this decision to happen?
It actually was, I happened to see online where Dixie was bemoaning the fact that she was overloaded and the neighborhood was busy. And I got with our executive director, Jim Burnham, and we both simultaneously agreed that this is something that was such a great fit for Staying Connected. It was a service we hadn't offered. It's a terrific service. So it was just a natural fit, and we decided to pursue it.
And the decision was to move it off campus then, right?
Oh, absolutely, because there was nowhere on campus to store items. Mm-hmm. So the decision was made to come here. Yep.
And it's close. I mean, it's it's almost even, it's golf cart distance, right? Okay, so it's convenient. Tell us how else the program is going to work.
Well, the program simply works as we have the equipment here. Someone who needs it calls a number, leaves a message saying, I need a wheelchair, or I need a walker, or I need a shower chair. That message is picked up by someone who then looks at it, calls the person, and gets a better description of what's needed, puts that information then into a computer for a day to be picked up. A volunteer signs up for that day, and on that particular day comes and gets the equipment and delivers it to the home.
Okay, is there a cost involved?
There is. There's an enormous cost of $1.
How do you do it? Oh, that's amazing. So you've already made it convenient for the pickup and return.
Correct.
Return.
We deliver the item to the resident, And then when they're through with it or finished with it, we go ahead and pick it up.
Now, some of us are good planners, some of us aren't. Is there an ideal notice time that you'd like us to use?
Generally, if you would call in before noon, we can get the item to you the next day. Otherwise, we would require 48-hour notice.
Reasonable and wonderful. Now, let me ask, we've got the equipment here. Is there specific categories of equipment that you'll be offering or not offering?
Well, we do durable medical equipment. We don't do anything that's got padding in it that can't be sanitized or sterilized. So we're very careful with the way we handle the equipment and clean it once it's been returned.
Well, this is a service that I'm glad we didn't lose, and I should have mentioned with Dixie, she is the new coordinator of this program. So you've got an expert, you've got a veteran.
Absolutely, it was so easy. All we had to do was move it. She did a great job.
Oh, this is wonderful. It is so good to share this news. Sun City neighbors, we are lucky and fortunate people to have staying connected.
That's a wrap for Extra this month. Enjoy the holiday season. Please join us again next month and next year. You can always catch us on cable and on our YouTube station, where we invite you to subscribe for easy viewing.
Thanks for watching. As we leave you this holiday season, remember, whether you trim a tree, light a menorah, or a kinara, we wish you Merry everything and happy always.